Welcome to the ArmaniTalks YouTube channel. I'm your host, ArmaniTalks. In this channel, I'm covering communication skills for you to level up your way with words and become much more articulate. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about the difference between character and reputation. I've heard plenty of people talk about the importance of reputation. They're like, you guard your reputation with your life because that's all that matters. And in many ways, this is very accurate. Because plenty of times, people are not going to take the time to know you. They're going to hear your reputation and they're going to be like, all right, this is a stand-up guy or this guy is a scumbag. So I really liked this idea. But what began to happen was that for the past couple of years, I've noticed that it's becoming easier and easier to create content. And there's certain things that are rewarded by the algorithm. It doesn't matter if it's with YouTube. It doesn't matter if it's with podcasting, Twitter, whatever. I found out that people normally love to consume negative content. So if there's a creator that's creating a lot of negative content, then this creator is going to get more eyeballs because it's just that human desire. They just want to hear negativity. They just want to see a colossal figure fall. And what happened was that there were a lot of these exposed channels that were coming out of the woodworks. They were blowing up overnight, bringing a lot of dirt and throwing it at more successful people's names. Now, some of these more successful people deserved to be called out. They deserved to be called out because they were being very unethical, while a lot of these other successful people, they were simply being called out for being successful. Just like that, their reputation was taking a hit. And despite them doing a lot of things the right way, they could not control their reputations. That's when I learned that this whole idea of guard your reputation nowadays is a suboptimal idea. It's suboptimal because you can try guarding your reputation, but who is to say that there may not be someone who despises you? Let's say they don't even know you, but they just don't like you. It could be because you're really successful and they're like, well, I want to be successful like them, so I just want to bring them down a couple of notches. This person is a brilliant communicator, has a sense of humor as well, so they know how to tear you down with logical points and with comedy. Despite their logic being somewhat flawed, their comedy makes up for it. You're trying to guard this reputation, but it's over here getting ruined. And I've seen this plenty of times. So nowadays, I don't think this is the optimal idea. I believe nowadays, more than ever, it's the character that you should be guarding. Whenever someone is looking or not looking, how do you act? That is your character. Now, if you can guard that, your reputation can go up, down. At times, you're on top of the world. Other times, there's these people that just come out of the woodwork, throw dirt on your name. You can't always control this, but your character, you can always control. There have been a few times where I've seen people who had great reputations, but their character was in question. This actually happened, I would say, a year to 2 years ago, where there was this one guy when I was 17 years old who was like, when you turn 18 years old, I want you to help promote one of my clubs. And this guy gave me a beautiful opportunity. I appreciated him as soon as I turned 18 for him allowing me to promote some of his clubs. He introduced me to his business partner. Let's call him Leangelo. I don't want to drop his real name. Leangelo. Leangelo had an amazing reputation in the Tampa Bay region. Everyone was like, man, Leangelo is the man. You want to go to a party? You go to Leangelo. And during my time meeting Leangelo, he didn't say much to me, but at least I knew him. Now back to 2 years ago. 2 years ago, there were a lot of these moments of people protesting in Tampa especially with a lot of the social conflicts that were going on. And Leangelo was pissed. He was like, what's up with these people looting and stuff? If they even come to my store, I'll put a bullet in their head. Real talk. Now, a lot of the individuals that were super for the private enterprise didn't see anything wrong with that. But people who were hardcore into the looting mindset were like, Leangelo, this guy, what's up with him? Suddenly, a lot of Leangelo's friends began to turn on him, and there were a lot of these dark texts, tweets coming out where he's being blatantly racist. Not only that, what began to come out were a lot of girls with proof, with evidence, talking about how he drugged them, he raped them. There's text messages and all of this coming out just like that. So suddenly, this beautiful reputation that he had could no longer cover faults in character. And these sort of exposing moments can always come out of the woodworks, where you could be like, okay, his commentary was a little rash, where it's like, I'll put a bullet in the head. It's rather strong. But the whole idea of him protecting his property, that's not a polarized idea. Anyone with common sense would be like, yes, I would like my property protected. And if someone's breaking in, it is what it is. I have legal rights to handle it. So that idea by itself is not bad. But what happens is that when your character is flawed, you even opening yourself up to some criticism eventually opens the floodgates to other things. So nowadays, even if your reputation is good, but your character is flawed, in the long run, your reputation will not be good. I truly do believe this is a life law. In this era, it's the character that is the most important. What do you do when people are watching? When they're not watching? It's just you at the core essence. This is something that you have full control over. This is something that you can guard with your life. And from there, every now and then, the reputation may take a hit, but you know, nah, I didn't do that. What this person is saying is pure rubbish. This is just content fodder for this person. I know that the character that I have is the character that I guard. I believe this is the most important resource, especially in the digital age. Thank you very much for joining the ArmaniTalks YouTube channel, and I'll catch you next time.